Long ago, in a small village surrounded by thick forests, there lived a strange woman named Mama Nta. She was old, quiet, and always kept to herself. No one knew where she came from. She had no husband, no children, and no family. Her house was at the edge of the village, near the dark forest, where children were warned never to go. Every market day, Mama Nta came to the village square to buy meat, yams, and peppers. But some people noticed something strange. She never bought salt, and whenever she looked at children, she smiled in a way that made mothers hold their children tight. The elders warned the villagers, keep your children close. The forest is not safe, and Mama Nta is not just an old woman. Many laughed. She just lonely, some said, but others were not so sure. One day, a boy named Ifan went missing. His mother cried from morning till night, shouting his name through the forest. Ifan, 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 where are you, my son? They searched the farms, the riverside, and even the thick forest, but the boy was gone. The next week, another child disappeared, this time a girl named Ada. Then the week after, twins went missing. Now, fear covered the village like a black coat. Children were no longer allowed to play outside. The market became quiet. People whispered, and every time a child went missing, Mama Nta smiled more. One brave man named Nena decided to fight the truth. Nena had 5 children and loved them more than anything. She said, I will find out who is taking our children. That night, she hid behind a tree near Mama Nta's house. She waited with a small calabash of oil and her heart beating like a drum. Around midnight, she saw a small shadow moving through the tree. It was Mama Nta, but something was different. Her back was bent like a spider, and her eyes were glowing red. Nina held her breath. Mama Nta began to sink. Children sweet like ripe banana. Come and play. Come to Mama one by one. I taste with joy. Little girl, little boy. Then from under the wrapper, she put a small leg, roasted and oil. Nena covered her mouth not to scream. Mama Nta is eating our children, she whispered. The next morning, Nena ran to the chief's house. She told everything she saw. The chief called the elders, the hunts, and the native doctors. They planned quickly. Tonight we will catch her. We must protect our children, the chief said. That evening, the hunters gathered with charms, ropes, and matches. The native doctor prepared a powder made for cockroach bone to stop evil from escaping. When night came, they moved silent to Mama Nta's house. She was cooking. The smell was sweet but strange, like burnt hair and meat. Suddenly the chief shouted, now, the hunters broke the door. Mama Nta turned, but it was too late. The native doctor threw the bone powder and she fell to the ground. Her skin began to peel. Her eyes turned green. Her leg became thin. She's not human, one hunter cried. From under her bed, they found a small basket filled with tiny fingers and toes. The villagers gasped in heroes. Mama Nta screamed, they were delicious. I will eat again. You can't stop me. But the native doctor dried her mouth with a cloth soaked in goat blood. He said, "You will eat no more." The next day, the village held a great fire. They burnt it with palm branches and dry wood. Mama Nta was thrown into the flame. As she burned, she laughed loud, but slowly the laughter turned to scream, and the fire swallowed her. The sky turned dark for 3 days, and then peace returned. But the story did not end there. Years passed, the children grew. People almost forgot about Mama Nta until one day a boy named Chus found a strange door near the forest. The door had red eyes and smiled. That night, Chuka had a dream. A voice whispered, "Children sweet like ripe banana. Come and play. Come to Mama." He woke up screaming. The elders were called again. The native doctor looked at the door and said, "Her spirit still works." They bought the door and warned every child. Never walk alone near the forest. Never trust a strange with sweet word. And never forget the woman who ate children. After the door was burned, many thought it was over, but evil never dies so easily. Strange things began happening again. A newborn baby disappeared from his mother's back while she was farming. Goats refused to walk past Mama Nta's old compound, and late at night, some children claimed they saw a woman calling to them in their dreams. The chief called an emergency meeting. This is not just about Mama Nta. The native doctor said her spirit found a new home. She must have left behind something else, something cost. They searched her burnt house and dug deep into the ground, and there, under an old cooking pot, they found a black stone, round, shiny, and wet with blood. The native doctor screamed, "This is her heart. She hid it there to live again." The elders nodded. "We must destroy it before she rises." The ritual of destruction began at midnight. The native doctor stood in the middle of the village square, surrounded by drum, fire, and sacred chalk. Every family came out, holding their children close. He lifted the black stone and poured palm wine on it. Then he said, "The stone holds her hunger. If we break it, her cause dies." But as he raised his staff, a wide wind broke across the village. The fires went out, the children cried, and from the forest a loud voice sung, "Children sweet like ripe banana, come and play, come to Mama." The ground shook. Then from the darkness something came, like finger, long tongue, glowing eyes. It was her, but not full. Only her spirit, form of smoke and bone. She tried to reach the stone, but the native doctor shouted, "Nah." There was a loud croak and a scream so loud the bird flew from the tree. The spirit pushed into dust. The wind stopped. The fires returned, and the village was quiet again. The next morning, something strange happened. From the place where the stone broke, a small tree began to grow. Its leaves were red like blood. The native doctor said, "Let no one eat from this tree. Let it stand as a warning." They named it Ogwanta, the tree of the eating. To this day, the tree stand, and every year the village gather together and tell the story of Mama Nta, so that children will remember, so that evil will never return.